Yo, it's your boy Zeta Slow, bringing you guys some more Neo The World Ends With You content. So I was just thinking to myself the other day, and I was just scrolling through the Neo website. I'm like, man, we've gotten a lot of story information thus far, right? We've gotten a lot of new characters and things like the opening and all that stuff, but we really haven't seen a ton of gameplay. Well, guess what? Today a lot of websites dropped a gameplay video for Neo The World Ends With You. So we have a few English websites, and then we have quite a few Japanese websites. But we're gonna watch it in English because I speak English. So I think I'm gonna have it playing, but I'm not gonna have the volume on because right now I do. But thanks to RPG site, they have the video in English. They have it playing on a PlayStation, I believe. I didn't watch too deep into it. I watched a little bit though, and I started getting excited. So I wanted to share with you guys. So without further ado, let's hop into that, y'all. So we have some gameplay going on right here. And as you guys can see, it is in crispy 60 FPS. Like I said earlier, shout out to RPG site. They actually have a really good podcast. I actually listened to it, so really cool. Okay. Ooh. So they have a app on their phone called the RNS. Now to me that means something different. No, I'm just kidding. No, but it is the Reaper networking service. So apparently it's like they have like a specific networking service. Actually, what did she say? Let me slow it down and see what she said. So basically, I guess that's just how they use the Reaper network. Shoka's face right there. Shoka is going to be a really cool character. I can tell you that for free. So we're moving from 10-4 to Dogenzaka, I'm sorry. And then, okay, I think he's completing a side quest or something like that, maybe, or is he actually going to do the actual mission? So yeah, as you guys can see, you can roam around Shibuya. You have a map that basically it'll tell you where you're going. Finally, the map in The World Ends With You kind of was bad at that. Like you kind of knew where you were going, but they didn't really tell you. So he had to go there and solve today's riddle. I don't know what else he's doing. It's looking really cool. So look, like it's even like you can go into back alleys now. Like, so this is like a real game. Like Neku and them could only go on main streets and things like that. No, you can actually head in back alleys and things like that. So there's a lot to do. I can just tell you that from just seeing this. Actually, you can change the difficulty. So actually, let me back up a little bit. So like first thing I just saw, right? So I think the difficulty is still in effect. So those of you who do not know, the difficulty of The World Ends With You was determined by, guess what? You. The difficulty was determined by you guys, and what you used the difficulty for was to get specific pins. So certain pins only dropped at like higher difficulties, certain pins only dropped at lower difficulties, and they were easier to get depending on which difficulty you picked sometimes. So you're allowed to determine your difficulty with just touching the touchpad. I worry for the future to see how people accidentally click the difficulty slider unless there was a notification. Now, what I'm wondering is, since it says up in the top left corner, it says normal. So is that his difficulty or is that his signal strength? I don't know. Also, the leveling system over there, I don't know what that pertains to quite yet either. So hopefully they show that a little bit later. So this is the part right here. Okay, so I'm assuming you press R1 to do it. Okay, so now you can see people's thoughts. As you guys can see, you have thought bubbles, but then you also have like big overwhelming thoughts that are kind of like over the top. Like it says something like, I'm going to find and look straight into something. But yeah, it says that. So now, yeah, you're actually looking at people's thoughts. You're doing that again. Oh, whoa. It actually shows people's hashtags too, so I don't know if they're real hashtags, if they're going to do that again, because that system was really cool. Someone was talking about it, because basically in solo mix they had Twitter integration and you could actually see other people's hashtags, and there was a really funny one that ended up in the game that may have been a bad one to put in the game, but it's okay. So going further, like I said, everybody has a hashtag, so maybe the RNS has to do with that. Maybe that has to do with him solving his problems. You got Fret and Rendo. They're both chilling. I really think I really think like having these fully voiced is really, really cool. So so Reaper puzzles are going to be like this. Okay, is this Reaper puzzles? I think so. So what you're doing is you're probably solving the pieces, putting them together. Oh my gosh. So I have to understand this remind function. I have to get with this. All right. Sutea Oeast? Oh, is this what Oeast is fully called? I didn't know that. So that's the building right there, the Oeast building. Instead of A East, we switched over to Oeast. Now they show the boy. They show the boy. Word to Amadeus. Our boy is in here. He's in this video. I am loving it. So actually his outfit looks a lot cooler than I thought it did initially. Like, so full disclosure, I kind of at first didn't like really like feel, I mean, it was cool. It just wasn't like the overcoat, but no, now that I'm like seeing it in full fidelity, it actually looks really, really cool. It looks really, really cool. So I think they're talking about the comparison of the gameplay. So now all of your partners are on the same screen. Actually, I'm gonna let him talk now. Okay, so as you see, like, so L2 is Rendo, Square is Fret, and R1 is Show. It even shows it at the bottom actually, so it tells you who's gonna be which pin. So I'm seeing that it looks like it's a free moving camera. Honestly, it actually looks like the camera's moving without you controlling people, unless you are. No, because you're definitely controlling Fret. So maybe the second you click on someone and start controlling their psych, you're actually controlling them. Like, hold on, we'll see once he switches over to character. I'm gonna take him back off because he's not really like explaining too much. All right, so you have your dodge roll and all that stuff. Yeah, so now you're controlling. Okay, so it's going to be very convoluted too. So the whole time you're holding and pressing the character, that's the one you're controlling. Okay, got you. That's going to be so cool. Look at this, look at that sync. So as you guys can see, okay, we're gonna go back and we're gonna slowly look at the video. I know this video is gonna go kind of long, I'm sorry guys. I'll try to break it up a little bit more. So as you guys can see, Fred is using the not the shockwave, I'm sorry. He's using the psych blast pins, the and he's using pyrokinesis. So we have the same beginner pins. What does Show's pin do? That is the new pin. So they did show Show's pin. What is that? Was that a kick? Was that his kick? Did he just do his kick? Yeah, he did it again. So yeah, that's just the kick pin. Okay. So like you saw him kick the noise with the karate kick. So now you're seeing them use their pins in tandem, and actually it is weak to the pin. I believe I believe the bear noise was actually already weak to fire, because I believe that was a negative pin, right? Okay, so all right, so okay, so we're getting some energy blasts off today. Oh, this is a boss. This is actually like the gorilla boss. So as you guys can see in the top right corner, you have the boss's HP, and then on the left corner you have your team HP. So we're seeing a lot of pins. So okay, so the one that Show is using currently is building a giant rock, and since Show was L1 then, he's still L1 now, and it shows it above his head. Who just used the kunai? Somebody just used the kunai. I think it's probably Brett. So that musical one does that. Okay, so you are controlling the character. It's just okay, so when you're not controlling the character, you're moving around a lot more. So I wonder how that works. Okay, so wait, they're using a sync attack. Are they using a sync attack right now? I think so. I think they hit 100. Now they're using a sync attack. So you hit circle. Now, is it just a single use pin or is it a... Okay, so there's not really the effect of you doing a mini game. That's a little bit different. Not bad, but different. Okay. I don't know why he's worrying about how many YouTube accounts there are. I'm not worried about that. All right, so. Okay, so we have him going through 10-4. I just had to make sure this was new. So you're actually going like around the 10-4 building? Wow, that's actually crazy. I wonder if you end up going up it at some point. Okay, so we're on the bottom floor. Going to Dogonzaka Hill. Okay, so this is how you battle noise, I'm assuming. Basically, you get near the noise and it'll start going towards you. So I'm wondering if that's how you compound battles or if not. Okay. Okay. So I'm assuming this is extra stuff. Okay. So is this extra or is this mission based?
Main cast, and it's immediately apparent just how close the main characters bring to it.
So it doesn't seem like they know too much. It seems like they just kind of got the footage. Dr. Zoolittle, that's funny. That's funny. So they have some very funny modern jokes these days. All right, so as you guys can hear or see, I guess, Cho is also talking to his teammates in the same way he talks. So it seems like, I don't know, his whole mantra is a little bit different. He seems like a lot more of a nice guy. Like he seems very cooperative, which is really opposite of his old character. So I'm wondering how he got to this point. Okay, so what we're trying to do is solve the Reaper's puzzle. I'm going forward a little bit. So, scorpion noise. I remember saying something about some scorpion noise. Actually, I think like a lot of the new noises that were also in the animation, I like the way that these get hit. Like they kind of just go flying a little bit. It's really, really cool. So you can get affected by poison, like for real now. I'm wondering if this is a cutscene. So if so, this is really cool because you're still actively moving during the cutscene sometimes. So I wonder where they're gonna end up taking this to. Okay. So it's actually showing you what each pin does, and yes, that pin was the dive kick pin, the Lolly Beckett pin. Or is it Jolly Beckett? Lolly Beckett? One of the two. So the way that they have your pins set is you can actually have them set by brand. You can have them set by the site type, which is also really, really cool. I'm wondering if certain sites can only be set to certain people, because one thing I'm seeing right here is Rendo has all of the they look like attack sites except for that pyrokinesis one, so I don't know. So maybe only certain people can have certain brands attached to them, or specific site types attached to them. I don't know. Yeah, Jolly Beckett. It is Jolly Beckett. So it says it in the corner that it has the logo, but it also has the way it's written for real. Natural Puppy. Okay, so once again, they're showing the big attack. So we got Draco Meteor. Classic Final Fantasy move. No. So yeah, they're showing you using Sykes in tandem. That was what that was. And you got Bling. So what does Bling mean? Because we got like 12 of them, it said. So it's a completely different thing. The gorilla. So this is why I was so happy for it to be in 3D. This is why. So instead of it having that one-dimensional plane of battle, like I remember specifically with Higashizawa, like he was a giant noise, right? So they had him take up 2 screens worth of real estate. So one thing I was really excited for this is instead of them taking up 2 screens of real estate, they actually have like a dynamic battle, right? So shout out to Chaos and Sonic 1, basically like climbing up the whole, you know, building. You got him jumping off the entire building, doing a ground pound. That's really, really cool. This guy looks crazy. This noise looks ridiculous. Like noises that are at an all-time high. I think that was all they had to show. But yeah, so once again, thanks again RPG website for posting this video. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for posting this video. I just really wanted to get you guys some content out here about the gameplay, because this wasn't even what I had planned for today, honestly. So this honestly gives me a little more time to have a good video for you guys. But anyway, yeah, so what do you guys think about the gameplay? I thought it looked really, really cool. Like, I love, first of all, 60 FPS, you got me already. The Word of You got me already. But all the rest of the things I saw today were very, very promising. Like the Reaper puzzles, the way they changed the way that they work. They're not just kill this noise and then come back to me, or what's the name of the sign. They did a lot more than that. And it was really, really cool to see. Also, I like the way that the battle system looked, because it looked like you're controlling literally everybody. So like 1 second you're controlling Rendo, you're running one way, next second you're controlling Show, you're going the other way, and then you're going as Fred up the middle. So I'm wondering what like kind of device tactics you'll end up using and what specific characters will end up using. Also, now that I mentioned that, I have not seen Nagi in this. Did I see Nagi in this at all? I don't think I did. So maybe is this early game, mid game, late game? I don't know. I guess we'll find out, guys. Until next time, this is your boy Zeta Slow, bring you guys Neo the World and fighting game content. Until next time, guys, stay healthy, stay happy, and stay groovy, y'all. Peace.
Whip it.